The Subaru Forester is an unmitigated success story. It's one of the best sorted and most practical SUVs on the market. It's Subaru's biggest seller, as well as the top-selling compact SUV in the country. To help us find out why so many people love the Forester, here's CarAdvice road tester, Alborz Falla. Why is it, Alborz? Why are so many people in love with the Forester?
Look, it really is just the best compact SUV in its class. It's safe, it's reliable, and it's what Subaru have built almost a brand on. So it's the kind of car, it's the iconic Subaru, and a lot of people have kind of grown up on the Forester and continually buy them.
And how many of those compact SUVs on the market, and the market is knee-deep in them, how many of those cars are just two-wheel drive?
Pretty much most of them, actually, but the Forester is a proper all-wheel drive car, like all Subarus. The power is always going to all wheels, and really shows when you drive it because it's one of the best handling SUVs on the market.
You can go from bitumen to an unsealed road and basically it's no problem, right?
Absolutely, it's no problem at all. And I think additionally, with the last generation of Forester, they've actually improved, for me, the four-wheel drive system, or the all-wheel drive system, and it handles better now off-road than it did before. It's still not the most powerful car you can get. The 2.5 litre naturally aspirated engines are not too bad, I think, if you buy a manual. However, the 4-speed automatic, which is unfortunately the only one on offer, isn't the best in its class, but a lot of people do still pick it because everything else about the Forester is good. So they've just recently added a diesel, and that would be my pick. If you can drive a manual, buying the diesel would be the one to go for. It's the world's first horizontally opposed diesel engine. The only problem with the Forester diesel at the moment is that it only comes with a manual gearbox, so you can't get an automatic.
How do you rate RAV4 versus Forester?
Look, I'm not a big fan of the RAV4 just because I think getting in it and driving it, it doesn't feel as nimble and as easy to drive as the Forester. The Forester, to me, is it's an SUV but feels like driving a normal car.
A lot of people get out of a car and get into an SUV, but it's a bit of a different driving experience, isn't it?
You get used to it. Parking it is a little bit more difficult because it's a bigger car, but if you get parking sensors, it makes it easier. Most people coming out of a normal small or medium-sized sedan going into a compact SUV wouldn't have too many issues.
So what don't you like about the Forester?
Look, I think apart from the 4-speed automatic, which people tend to ignore, the interior has got just a little bit too much plastic for me. And even if you go up to the high prestige models or the XT, you get a bit of fake wood grain look-alike things around the interior, which just, I think it kind of undermines the car. Just a little bit less plastic and a little bit less shiny chrome stuff would really help.
The access point of view is something that compact SUVs are particularly good at.
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially the Forester, just being able to get in and out of it is very simple.
Mums with young kids too, it's not a matter of lifting a kid down or way up into a big high four-wheel drive, straight across.
Yeah, that's it. And you know, speaking of the interior, the rear seats for me have been a big improvement over the last Forester. I think now when you get into the back seat you can actually fit 3 adults comfortably. All Subaru's safety is standard across the range, so you get your complement of airbags and all the electronic stability controls that you can think of.
So that's 5-star ANCAP rating.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thanks, Alborz. A safe, practical, compact SUV. You can read the full Subaru Forester review, download the specifications, add your comments, and even get a quote from a Subaru dealer. Just follow the links on this page.